Gamers! Today I sit humbly before you, a penitent man. A few weeks ago, I made this video, and I waxed poetic about the exemplary merits of the Zelda franchise, and why its gameplay and story are second to none. But silly, foolish me! I made zero references, not even a clever allusion, to its music. And many of you, rightfully so, commented about this.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You've got to do better.
So now, I'd like to discuss, both to absolve me of my shame,
Sorry.
and because there is genuine greatness here, why Zelda's music is unmatched. I'd like to take the two pillars from why nothing compares to Zelda, story and gameplay, and discuss how the Zelda franchise weaves its music into these elements. As previously discussed, a Zelda game is structured around an interactive version of the hero's journey, which is made distinct and complemented by the interpretations of each game's particular themes and lore. The role of music, then, is to imbue the world with a sense of adventure, to provide further sonic insights into each place and culture, and to distill the essence of a game into a tightly packaged title theme. As such, we feel the nostalgia of Ocarina of Time's title screen. We are struck by the new, wide world opening before us in the Hyrule Field theme, sailing on the Great Sea, exploring the domains of each race, unraveling temples, finding items, secrets, fighting bosses, or blushing at the Great Fairies. And here, we must make our first mention of Koji Kondo. On one hand, Kondo's music works because he has such a mastery of his craft as to transport us to a particular place by effortlessly translating its themes and feelings into music. But it also works in large part because of his attitude toward composing, which focuses more on the atmosphere, with particular emphasis on creating a Zelda atmosphere that is otherworldly, as he describes it. This otherworldly feeling emerges through combining Zelda's many different musical influences, Celtic, Latin, etc., but also in Kondo's further musical attitude to achieve maximum expression with a minimal amount of sounds, to try to evoke something in silence. Additionally, and perhaps most simply, Kondo focuses heavily on melody, which makes his scores catchy and memorable, which is why I often find myself humming Saria's song or the Clocktown theme. There are many great games with many great soundtracks, but none so seamlessly blend the narrative aspects of music, how we feel about a place or a people, an entire world, with the actual gameplay. This is also a result of Koji Kondo's composing process. For one thing, he's a gamer, and he actually plays the games he composes for, working to capture the feeling of the world by immersing himself in it. And secondly, his compositions use musical ideas that enhance the interactivity of the game, ideas which could only be thought of in a video game. He finds the rhythm of the game and, working directly with the development team, infuses the game with that enhanced rhythm so that the score doesn't just complement the gameplay, it exists as part of it. But the franchise also has a trump card, a concept which it has been flirting with since Zelda 1's flute or recorder or whatever the hell it is, and that is, not only does the score reflect the themes and atmosphere of the games, not only does the rhythm of the score match the rhythm of the games, but instruments and music are often incorporated as integral gameplay elements, as items and measures of progress. I mentioned Zelda 1's flute. A Link to the Past has the first instance of the ocarina. In fact, each of the first 4 games have instruments as items used to navigate and alter the world. Link's Awakening has the heaviest emphasis on instruments, with each of the 8 dungeons rewarding Link with instruments of the sirens, and he can only leave the island by playing a song. Then the step into 3D expanded both the spatial and sonic dimensions of gameplay. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask utilized the ocarina to great extent and allowed the player to actively engage in each game's music. Because restrictions were put on Kondo by the limitations of the system, he ended up producing a litany of distinct, memorable songs. Songs we've come to know and love, not only because they're catchy as hell, but because we continuously got to play them, and on so many different instruments no less. In Wind Waker, we got to direct the symphony. Twilight Princess let us lift the howling wolf's forlorn notes to the twilight sky. And we once again saw Sheik's harp playing it for the first time when it reappears as the goddess harp in Skyward Sword. The instruments Nintendo chooses to incorporate into their games add to this otherworldly feeling Kondo describes. No layperson knew what the hell an ocarina was before 1998. That's a fact. Harps have connections to the divine, and the accordion recalls a mysterious traveler who carries knowledge of worlds beyond, told to us in song. I genuinely think this is the explanation for why Cass was so beloved. The music of the Wild Era games, scored without Kondo, represents a different world. It still invokes Kondo's idea of evoking something in silence, being more minimalist, capturing the atmosphere of a world not so much lived in, but lonely, healing. So to recap, why Zelda's music is perfection. First, its relationship to the story. The music enhances the atmosphere, complements the people, places, and themes, and has the added bonus of being incredibly memorable. As far as gameplay, the music is not just a sonic backdrop, but directly interacts with the game, acting as items and measures of progress, and physically connecting in-game worlds across time. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the impact of Zelda's music. Ironically, in a franchise that's narratively dabbled so often in the cruel flow of time, its music has proven timeless, returning us to the gaming worlds we grew up with and the moments that shaped our gaming experiences. It's inspired orchestras, street performers, other musicians. Link not only connects us to the physical game world, but to its music, and fills us with glorious purpose, encountering princesses, facing the darkness of evil, emerging as the hero. It moves us through the bittersweet emotions of life, nostalgia, loss, death, giving up our friends and our innocence for responsibilities beyond our control. It invigorates us with the fiery enthusiasm of life, the possibilities of a world so much larger, dangerous, wondrous, and beautiful than we could have imagined. Those feelings and more are tattooed in our memories like a Triforce on the back of a hero's hand. And with each iteration, we're reminded of the call to adventure, of the journey to save the lands of Hyrule and beyond, to overcome darkness and strife, to embody courage. Koji Kondo and many Zelda composers who have followed him saw a few pixels on a screen and breathed into them a soul.